West Ham have gone transfer crazy. I'm buzzing today. I'm absolutely buzzing about it because the signing of Mateus Fernandes has been exclusively rubber stamped. He's done his press release. He's done his bubbles. He's done his "come on, you Irons." Well, he tried to say Irons. He didn't quite nail it, but that's all right. That's the least of his worries. If he can pass a football, which he can, if he can travel with a ball, which he can, if he can get stuck in, which he can, then he's going to help out our midfield. I've got a little bit of a caption competition for you. You have to excuse the camera, actually. I'm at my girlfriend's house at the moment, and so I haven't got all my equipment, if you pardon the expression. There's no one holding it. It's following me. It's following me around. Actually, to be fair, so I'm sat at her desk where she works. She's got a mug with lights. She's got a mug with lights in it. No one needs a mug with lights. There's a candle as well, and she's got really weird. She's got a bigger candle. This one's not switched on, lit, inflamed. Sand and fog. How can you? What's the smell of fog? I don't know. And how do you capture it in a candle? Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. So I've got a caption competition for you now, which is a picture of Graham Potter and Mateus Fernandes embracing, hugging. If I can edit it here, I'll put it up. I mean, it's pure relief from Potter. Absolutely pure relief. This guy is absolutely buzzing, you can tell. But he's saying, I'm buzzing, he's just relieved. And I think he's saying something like, thank God you're here. We got one game to save my bacon. Let me introduce you to Prowsey. That's what I think he's saying. Let me know. Those are the only comments I want today, really. If you let me know in this cuddle, it's not even a cuddle, he's not letting go. In case the deal's not done. Potter's not letting go anyway, so he's got Fernandes in his vice-like grip. Let me know what Potter is saying to Fernandes, right? Anyway, really delighted with this. We think he might have signed already. And as I often say, in the process of uploading this video, which will take me even longer today because I ain't got me super duper broadband here anyway. But it's going to take me. It's probably like, judging by the candle and the lights, probably have to do it by carrier pigeon or something like that. But by the time I've uploaded it, we may have signed Magassa. He's going to have to put Fernandes straight into the team. Absolutely. I just think that's a must. He needs to save his bacon. He really does. I love this player. This was the guy early on in the window. I said, if we get this guy, I'll be really, really happy. Now, when I said that, I didn't expect us to start the season losing all the time, and I thought we'd have him earlier, and I thought we'd have more signings by now. But better late than never, I guess. And it seems like they're finally taking this stuff seriously. Been linked with somebody else, actually. Hold on, let me little glasses. Pit stop. Oh, there you are. West Ham are keen on Wolfsburg winger Patrick Rimmer. With Graham Potter a fan of him. We don't play with wingers. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter really. There's Zippy. He's discovered that there's a dog in next door's garden. It's not going particularly well. You're probably thinking, well, hold on, this is a similar thing because he was at the same at my house yesterday and there was a problem then. But yeah, I don't think he thinks anyone's got any right to be in anyone else's, even their own garden. You're not allowed to be in your own garden. Anyway, there you go. So, lots and lots of new signings. Hopefully, well, we're all being linked. Whether they're going to come in or not, I don't know. I think Magassa, I mentioned yesterday, we did me whatever is Quinton Timber, not Justin Timber, not Justin Timberlake, funny enough. So Quinton Timber, who I understand is he the younger brother of Jurian Timber? Whatever. There's a lot of timber. There's a lot of timber going on. I did my video on him yesterday. As I mentioned, I think if this deal goes through, we'll probably get rid of Lucas Paqueta. Anyway, look, let's just wait and see on that. Looks like we might be going back in for either the Hull City goalkeeper, whose name escapes me, but one name that doesn't escape me, I just get it the wrong way round, is John Victor or Victor John, whichever way you want to go on that. That would be really, really interesting. Understandably, that the story goes that even though we bought Hermansen instead and we left John Victor waiting at the airport to sign for West Ham, we'd agreed a £9 to £10 million deal with Botafogo, that he ended up having to go back to Botafogo, and we've now gone back and said, actually, we might want you no, not as our number one, but as our number two. But can we have him on loan? And the story goes that Botafogo are now not taking our phone calls, which you can understand. So that escalated pretty quickly, didn't it? So maybe that's why we're looking at this Hull City goalkeeper. And then you have the striker as well. And I think this is really, really important. I mentioned it yesterday. Even if Graham Potter has decided he doesn't want a striker, I think it's weird, isn't it? Because I'm contradicting myself. Because I think if you asked me as a general rule, do I think that the manager should be undermined? No. Do I think that David Sullivan should be choosing which players to come in? No. It's an unequivocal no. I'm dead against it. Maybe it's the floral scent of the candle that's just making me more reasonable or something like that. It's chilling me out. But I think in this instance, I'd buy the striker anyway, as long as it's a good one, as long as it's a quick one. We have little or no pace in the team, and I wouldn't claim that any of the two signings that we're likely to make today are rapid. I think they'll bring energy, and I think they'll bring qualities to the midfield, but I'm still not sure. If we get a manager in, for instance, if you've noticed that Jose Mourinho got sacked yesterday, and he's been linked with us. Now, I think I've heard enough from Sullivan and Brady over the years on their thoughts on Mourinho to suggest that actually I think they'd rather not. I also think Mourinho, in many respects, is a busted flush. I can't sit here and say that I think Graham Potter's tactics are outdated and not effective, and then say that Jose Mourinho is on the cutting edge of football tactics. I don't. He's not been successful in a while, has he? But let's say it did happen, then he's obviously going to want to be more defensive. He'll sort out defence, and he'll probably want to play under counter-attack. He's going to want a quick striker. He's going to want quick players in the team. So I do think there is probably a necessity to insulate ourselves with a new manager coming in. So I would, yeah, there you go. I've changed my mind. But hey, that happens, right? I would get, if there's an opportunity to get in a quick striker and it's not going to break the bank, then I'd certainly do it. As I said, I don't think Graham Potter's in a massive position of strength because of the poor start to the season. I hope it's not even throwing Fernandes in. I hope there is an element of, it's not just desperation. I think there is desperation, but also I think it'd be wisdom for him to put Fernandes in. Fernandes is a really, really good player. He's better than the midfielders that we have, and I want to see him in the team. That if Paqueta goes, he's still going to be here for Nottingham Forest. I want to see him in the team alongside Paqueta. I really do. What he will do from a defensive midfield standpoint, I don't know. He might even go with Rodriguez back there. Who knows? But he's got to do something, and in many respects, he's got a bad opponent. They're so well balanced. Nottingham Forest, they've got a really good team themselves, and I think even if we had a really, really good window, we would have found this fixture tough. He's got to pull something out of the bag here, Potter, and I think he's going to need to tweak his tactics a little bit. I don't know if he's going to move away from that 3-5-2 or whatever it is, or that. I don't know whatever formation it was. I think I think the last one it was almost like a 5-3. I don't know. I can't even count. But it was weird. I think you had Jared Bowen a little bit more right, didn't you? Anyway, you don't need me to discuss all that stuff. Needs to get the best out of his captain. Really does. Hopefully, this sign of Fernandes can help to assist to do that. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna switch my glasses again. I'm gonna refresh my browser and just see if anything has happened within the last 9 minutes I've been recording this video, just in case Magassa has been announced. No, nothing there. No. Still, still him, still older, still the Wolfsburg player, Patrick Rimmer, up at the top of the news feed there. So there you go. Nothing's happened. I'm sure it will within the next little while. Magassa has to be registered before 12 o'clock today for him to be eligible to play against Nottingham Forest. Just because he hasn't been announced, just because he hasn't done that, doesn't mean he hasn't been signed and he hasn't been registered. It just means they haven't done the press release yet. And I don't blame the club. I think it's been really tough for the media team actually at West Ham over the last little while. I don't blame them if they have signed the two players at the same time to do him, releasing one. waiting a couple of hours, releasing another one, because I mean, they've just not had much good news really to report, have they? So I don't blame them for spreading the good news over the day. Right, I'm going to go, and I'm off to enjoy my nice mug of fairy lights, and I will catch up with you later on or tomorrow.